What's up, guys? This is Zach here. Welcome to another episode of Game Time. Today I'm going to show you guys character creation for Darkfall Unholy Wars, where I create a character that I'm going to use for a first 15 video that I'm going to post later on during the week. Right off the bat, I kind of like the aesthetics of this character creation screen. It reminds me, in a loose sense, of the sort of the watercolors of Guild Wars 2. And we have a few races available. Looks like we have humans, male and female versions of each. They are called the Mercians, and I've got to say this user interface is not entirely responsive, but may just be my mouse. You got the Orcs, which guess what? They look like orcs, male and female versions of each orc. Wow, that looks more like a lizard creature than an orc, but we'll leave it at that. Anyway, the Tovar, which look like barbarian type creatures. Descendants of dwarves, they say, but they don't look like dwarves. They're look more like barbarians. The Mahirim, cat people. The Myrdain, which I assume are basically the elven race of the game, and the Alfari, these gremlin-looking creatures. Okay, right off the bat, I appreciate all the different races that are available, even if they are, for the most part, with the exception of races like the Mahirim, standard fantasy tropes. However, it seems like it's all the same body type with different textures. I mean, here's the humans, here's the cat people, here's the elves, here's the gremlins. They really don't look all that different. Anyway, I'm most intrigued by the Tovar. Each race has a little biography that goes along with it, and for the Tovar it says they are descendants of the Dwarves of old. The Tovar are a stalwart and stoic peoples living under the mountains of Mirhal, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, honoring the great sacrifice of the Dwarven nations during the early Unholy Wars. They embody their descendants' love for all things techno-magic, as well as their fierce sense of honor. At the same time, the Tovar share the human traits of versatility and creativity, garnering from generations of intermarrying between the surviving dwarves and their Mercian benefactors. Okay, well that explains it. The Tovar are essentially half-dwarf. Alright, that sounds cool. So let's pick a Tovar, click next step. Okay, character customization. You can use the left mouse button to kind of turn your character around. You can look in the front and the back. Wow, these graphics are kind of old school. It kind of reminds me of Dark Age of Camelot for some reason. It's like you have two options, or head 1 and head 2. I don't know, that's kind of confusing. Head 1 has a lot more options available than head 2. I don't understand. But anyway, you can choose different skin colors. You can make yourself a pasty white guy. You can make yourself a sickly looking, almost greenish colored guy. You can make yourself a black guy. Let's go with pale skin. It kind of goes with the whole barbarian aesthetic. What's going on with his... Wow. That's weird looking. Okay. Let's take a look at all the different facial options available. You've got about 18 different facial types to which you can pick from. Well, some of these, they're definitely varied, I'll say that. Most of them give you different types of facial tattoos to wear. That looks kind of cool. We'll stick with that. Lots of different hairstyles available. You got your mohawk. I still can't get over, like, what is wrong with the textures on his head? That really doesn't, I don't care much for that. Number 8, long hair. That looks very much like the human long hair if you've ever played EverQuest. This is ridiculous. Number 7, nice looking ponytail there. That looks kind of cool. Although his beard doesn't match his hair color. Like, there's only one slider for all of your hair on your face, and white hair doesn't match his beard. It's like snow white hair and sort of a yellowish white beard. Short hair, don't much care for the short hair. Number 4, nah. 3, not really. No again. Bald, nah. I like the long hair. That looks pretty cool, so we'll stick with that. Lots of different beard options available. Can you be... Oh, wait. No, here we go. Beard number 4. Okay, now it matches. That's strange. I kind of like beard number 1 better, though. Alright. Too bad you can't be beardless. Forehead. It's like you can wear lots of different headbands and such. I kind of like... Yeah, I kind of like number 2, so let's stick with number 2. Nose accent, aka nose ring. No, don't think I want a nose ring. Earrings. Nothing says fierce barbarian like pierced ears. And yeah, pretty much all the same thing. No thanks. Extra accessory. Oh, eye ring. Okay. An eye patch. Oh, another eye patch. Nah. Next step. Okay. 1 of 4 starting roles. Warrior. Oh, wow. Something tells me you don't actually start off in that gear, but I could be wrong. The warrior role is that of the heavy armored combatant wading into battle protected by the strongest armors and wielding the mightiest of weapons. Warriors will be in the front line, shrugging off huge amounts of damage to pummel their foes head on, or on head as it were. Warriors depend mainly on stamina to fuel their devastating attacks. Skirmishers. Again, the armor is pretty much the same thing, just a slight retexture. The skirmisher fights with brains rather than brawn. His prowess comes from cunning attack, lethal strategy, and stealthy ambushes. Skirmishers wear medium armor best utilize the protection coupled with the agility they allow in battle. Stamina is the main source of a skirmisher's attack and skill. Like, I'm reading these class descriptions and I don't have a good handle on exactly what they do. Elementalist. Few mortals command the mental discipline and intelligence needed to harness the arcane energies that shape the world around them. This is the role of an elementalist, able to invoke devastating magical energies drawn from the elements themselves. They make for a formidable foe and powerful allies. An elementalist fuels his magic by tapping into his mana reserves, and he can only wear light armors to cast the spells that he weaves. You know, why can't an MMORPG... I won't say cut the crap, but that's probably an unprofessional thing to say. But why can't they just tell you, like, the warrior is a tank, the warrior has a DPS spec, the warrior does this, the skirmisher is DPS, the skirmisher has a tank spec. You know, why does it have to give these long, almost roleplay-centric paragraphs about what each class does? The primalist, it says, primalists have tapped into the forces that fuel and govern all of life and death. Harnessing ancient wisdom and occult magics, the primalist wades into battle with the power to affect the very life force of their foes or allies. Mana fuels all their spells and skills, though they can only wear the lightest armors in order to facilitate the intricate primal energies he wields. Alright, warrior it is. Let's go. Okay, now it's asking us to pick between, select primary and secondary schools. This can be changed later, okay. Battlebrand and Berserk. Beresark? Is that a misspelling or, I don't know. Battlebrand, defense is your specialty. You will shrug off your enemy attacks and deflect them back to you. Berserk. Learn the ancient traditions of the Berserker tribe and you are Maelstrom of Pain. I like that one. And then Slayer. Embrace the darkest arts of battle. Your enemy's pain is your feast and pleasure. Okay, yeah. We want to be DPS spec. And it looks like you get certain abilities depending on which school you have. Like Maelstrom. A Maelstrom of Pain. You strike out against all foes of all sides. It's an AoE. Battle Rage. Allowing the battle fervor to course through your limbs. You enjoy the benefits of greatly increased attack speed. Awesome. Alright, now it's asking us to create our character name. Let's see. I don't quite know what I want to go with, so name too short. Illegal characters and name. No. Create character.